Okay, hey everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. Really just depends on which class period you're in. So today, what you guys are going to be working on is very simple. You guys are working on your timeline. You've seen this before, but we just finished talking about everything. The only thing on this timeline that we have not talked about is the creation of the United Nations. We haven't talked about that yet. We're going to talk about that when I get back, but use common sense and think if we haven't talked about that on a timeline and we've talked about literally everything else, then where do you think that that's going to fall on the timeline? Use common sense. Okay, now, today what you guys are going to do, like I said, you're working on your timeline, you're putting these events in order, but this is not like how we worked on it before. Today you're doing what I call a heartbeat timeline. So a heartbeat timeline doesn't just go flat. A heartbeat timeline, all of you guys will get a copy of this. It goes down and it just really depends on what's most important to what's least important. So you guys should see all this. You should see this on your paper, but in a heartbeat timeline, so for example, exploration was important, but colonization was a little more important than that. Absolutism, yeah, it's kind of important, but nowhere nearly as important as the Enlightenment. The revolutions were important. Imperialism was important, but the industrialism was obviously the most important at that time. Then World War One takes precedent. The Great Depression is important, but none of that trumps World War Two. So, as you guys see here, this is more so what I'm looking for with this timeline. You're putting these events in order, so they're still going in the order of what they happened, but you're going like up and down, up and down, up and down in terms of what's most important, what's not. I have an example. This is from one of the students in Miss Wilcox's class. So, of what you guys are doing, your timeline, it might look a little something like this. You see, all her stuff is going up and down. But the most important thing about her timeline here is that all of her events are still in order. That's not the most important thing. She's ordering them for what's most important and what's least important. Now, as you'll see in the instructions, after you've done that, the events that you have, the top 5 events that you think are most important, you have to give me an explanation about it. You also have to give me about 5 pictures. So I'm looking on this one here, and I see there's the star, the Nazi flag, the explosion. She's got the Treaty of Versailles down there, and she's got, I guess, the atomic bomb. That explosion looking thing is Pearl Harbor. So those are her 5 most important events. And what she did, Miss Wilcox's class did a little bit different, but what you guys are going to do is you're going to tell me the 5 most important events that you guys have. You're going to write me a description about why they're the most important on the back. So, like, what are they, and why did you pick them to be the most important? The 5 most important things, you don't have to draw a picture for those events. You can draw a picture for any of the 5 events that are up there. So that's one example. Let me show you guys another example. All this paper, too, you can find it on my file cabinet. So for whoever the substitute is, you can either assign the students to pick it up themselves, or you can get somebody to pick it out. I really don't care. As a matter of fact, no, I do care. In first period, Adriana, I want you to pass out this paper to everyone. In second period, Kanaya, I want you to do it. 5th period, Aces. 6th period, Kennedy. All right. Another example of what I'm talking about, what I'm looking for. You see they go up and down with their timeline. This one is not as detailed as the last one, but they explained a lot of their events. We see right here that their timeline went over to the back. They've got pictures and stuff on it. This is what I'm looking for. This is going to take you a little bit of time. Do not just slop stuff. First of all, you can use your notes. Let me say that. You can use your notes, but I want you to put this stuff in order. This one is a little more detailed than the last ones I just showed you. But we see here, we've got this timeline. They put everything in order. Here's the examples that I'm looking for. So, several things. First of all, it has to be in order. After you have put it in order, then after that, you got to figure out what's most important, what's least important. In terms of figuring out what's most important and least important, that is completely up to you. You can make that decision. I can't tell you what's more important and what's not. But you have to tell me why you think those top 5 things are more important than any other event that took place. There is a total of 17 events up here. Most of these you have the dates to already in your notes. You just need to look them up and then put these events in order. So you're looking up the dates of when this stuff happened. Then you're going to put them in order. After you have put them in order, and I've printed off enough to where you can go through, cut them out, blah, blah, blah. There should be scissors in the back of the room. I don't know if there's actually enough, so I might need to get some more scissors. If there's not enough, then you guys can go ask Miss Rigsby if she has any scissors. Figuring out the events of the order of the events. Then you're figuring out what's most important, what's least important. You're going to come up with the description for the top 5 most important things. After you come up with the description, then you are going to draw the picture for some of these events. Put your name on it. If you don't finish, which honestly I'm expecting, if you do this right, you shouldn't finish, especially because this video now has been about 6 minutes. So take your time. I'll see you all on Monday. Please behave. Don't give my sub any problems. If they do give you problem substitute, please make sure you jot their names down on the paper. All right. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you guys later.